Welcome, dear listener. Today we embark on a journey through timeless biblical wisdom, uncovering 7 hidden secrets that can transform your marriage. These aren't just fleeting thoughts, they're deep, life-changing truths rooted in Scripture that many Christians have overlooked. In the next few minutes, you'll discover insights that reveal how a marriage can grow stronger, more resilient, and deeply rooted in God's purpose. Stay with us as we explore these secrets one by one. Number 1. Marriage is a covenant, not just a commitment. Let's begin with a powerful truth. Marriage is not merely an emotional commitment or a legal arrangement. It is a sacred covenant, a binding promise made before God. In Malachi 2:14, we are reminded that God Himself is a witness to our union. This covenant goes beyond human promises. It's a divine relationship sealed by God's own authority. Imagine a contract that isn't just signed, but one that is etched into eternity. That's the kind of covenant marriage is meant to be. Jesus' words in Matthew 19:6, "What God has joined together, let no one separate," aren't just words of comfort. They are a profound reminder that the bond you share is meant to endure through every trial and celebration. Think about a time when you felt that deep sense of connection with your spouse, a moment that went beyond everyday affection. That's a glimpse of the covenant's power. In your marriage, every promise you make is not just a spoken word, it's a sacred vow witnessed by the heavens. Number 2, the power of words in marriage. Words carry immense power. They can either nurture a flourishing relationship or cause deep, lasting wounds. Proverbs 18:21 tells us, "The tongue has the power of life and death." Think of your words as seeds. Planted in the fertile soil of your relationship, they can either blossom into trust and love or wither into resentment and hurt. Reflecting on those everyday moments, a compliment, a kind word of encouragement, or even a simple thank you can reinforce the foundation of your marriage. In contrast, sharp, careless remarks can erode that foundation over time. Consider the biblical account of creation. God spoke the universe into existence. This same creative power is in your voice. When you affirm your spouse with words of love and affirmation, you are inviting life into your relationship. Let's challenge ourselves. What if every word you spoke was chosen to uplift, to inspire, and to affirm your partner's worth? Imagine the transformation when negative language is replaced with daily expressions of gratitude, encouragement, and genuine affection. Number 3, mutual submission in marriage. Moving on to a concept that is often misunderstood: submission in marriage. Many immediately think of hierarchy or control when they hear the word submission. However, Scripture presents a radically different picture. In Ephesians 5, while wives are urged to submit to their husbands, verse 21 tells us to submit to one another out of reverence for Christ. This means that submission in a biblical marriage is not one-sided. It's a mutual act of humility and respect. Husbands are called to love their wives sacrificially, just as Christ loved the church, while wives are invited to honor their husbands. Together, both partners practice selflessness and put each other's needs above their own. Imagine a dance where each partner takes turns leading and following, creating harmony through mutual trust and respect. When both give and receive with genuine care, conflict lessens and unity grows. This secret is about understanding that the strength of your marriage lies not in asserting control, but in the willingness to serve one another. It's in those small, everyday acts of compromise and consideration where true love blossoms. Number 4, love is an action, not just a feeling. Many of us have experienced the fleeting nature of emotions, passions that flare up and fade away. However, 1 Corinthians 13 challenges this notion by defining love as a series of deliberate actions. Love is patient, kind, and enduring. Biblical love is not about the ephemeral rush of feelings, but about consistent, daily choices. It's choosing to serve even when you're tired, to forgive when you're hurt. and to remain committed when challenges arise. Picture a relationship where love is not based solely on how you feel at the moment, but on what you actively do each day. It's the quiet morning coffee made just the way your partner likes it, the gentle reminder that you're there during tough times, and the ongoing decision to nurture your connection despite life's inevitable ups and downs. This secret invites you to shift your focus from waiting to feel love to intentionally demonstrating it through tangible actions. When love is shown in actions, it builds a reservoir of trust and connection that emotions alone cannot sustain. Number 5, spiritual warfare in marriage is real. Not every battle in a marriage is visible. Often the challenges you face are not just emotional or physical, they are spiritual. Ephesians 6:12 reminds us that our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the spiritual forces that seek to undermine our unity. Have you ever experienced sudden, inexplicable tension in your relationship, as if an unseen force was driving a wedge between you? That might be spiritual warfare at work. Satan despises marriages that mirror Christ's unwavering love for the church, and he uses subtle tactics to sow seeds of discord and doubt. But there is hope. The powerful weapon against these attacks is prayer. When you and your spouse come together in prayer, you create a spiritual shield that repels negativity. In moments of conflict or uncertainty, lean on prayer as your first line of defense. Think of prayer as the glue that cements your bond, a constant reminder that God is actively involved in your relationship. In these times, remember that you are not fighting alone. Your shared faith is a formidable fortress against the enemy's schemes. Number 6, forgiveness is non-negotiable. Every marriage faces moments of pain, mistakes, misunderstandings, and hurts that can cut deep. Yet unforgiveness is like a slow poison, eroding the very foundation of your relationship. Jesus warned us in Matthew 6:15 about the dangers of withholding forgiveness, reminding us that forgiveness is essential not only for our spiritual well-being, but for the health of our marriage. Forgiveness is a conscious decision to let go of past hurts and to choose peace over bitterness. It doesn't mean forgetting or excusing the wrongdoing. It means releasing the grip of resentment so that healing can begin. Consider a time when you felt weighed down by anger or disappointment. Imagine the freedom and renewal that can come when you decide to forgive. In a marriage, forgiveness opens the door to trust, reconciliation, and a deeper, more resilient love. This secret challenges you to look within. Ask yourself, am I ready to forgive fully, even when it's hard? Embracing forgiveness can be transformative, turning obstacles into stepping stones towards a more unified and loving partnership. Number 7, purpose over passion. Our final secret takes us to the heart of God's design for marriage. While passion and romance ignite the flame, they are not enough to sustain a relationship through life's inevitable storms. God designed marriage with a higher purpose, a calling that transcends mere personal happiness. In Genesis, before romance came into play, God set forth a purpose for humanity: to multiply, to steward creation, and to build communities of love and trust. In marriage, this purpose is magnified. It is a partnership not only for mutual fulfillment, but for serving a greater calling, building a legacy of faith and hope. Ask yourself, what is the greater purpose of my marriage? When you align your relationship with God's kingdom, you create a partnership that is resilient and enduring. It means working together not just for your own satisfaction, but for the advancement of a divine plan. This secret invites you to look beyond fleeting emotions and to embrace a vision of marriage that is rooted in eternal purpose. When both partners commit to a shared mission guided by God, passion transforms into a sustaining, lifelong love. As we conclude this exploration of 7 hidden marriage secrets, take a moment to reflect on the journey we've shared today. We've uncovered how a sacred covenant, the power of words, mutual submission, active love, spiritual unity through prayer, the healing power of forgiveness, and a purpose-driven partnership can revolutionize your marriage. Which of these truths resonated with you the most? Think about how you can apply these insights in your daily life. Perhaps start by choosing one secret to focus on this week. Maybe speak words of encouragement more intentionally, or set aside time to pray together as a couple. If this message has touched your heart, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing for more in-depth explorations of faith-based relationship wisdom. Your engagement not only encourages us, but can also inspire others who may be seeking guidance in their own marriages. Remember, a marriage built on these eternal truths is not only resilient, it's a beacon of hope and love in a world that desperately needs both. Thank you for joining us on this transformative journey. May your marriage be richly blessed, and may you continue to grow in love and faith every day.